Hey, everybody, I'm going to put my marriage therapy cap on for a minute. Look, as an advisor working with couples all the time, I certainly see the stress of money. But one of the things that I've noticed quite a bit is people new into retirement struggling. And it's something that we should pay attention to. And something with my own wife that I like having conversations with her about what retirement looks like and things like that. So it's really important that we address this before we head off into retirement. I got to be honest, I've seen a lot of terrible things happen those first month or two of retirement with a lot of couples. So the question is, are you ready to spend 24/7 together, right? I mean, we can joke about this and it seems kind of funny, but some of us got a trial run in the pandemic, and that was an eye opener for a lot of people as well. So I've heard a lot of things, and I actually had a client come in and specifically state, "I need to go back to work. My wife and I are driving each other crazy." I've heard that. I've seen it. So we have to be careful about these things. The other one that I always get concerned about, because I did have a few male clients specifically pass away within the first month or two of retirement, because honestly, they had no plan. They literally came home, sat on the couch, and didn't leave. So the concern, my husband tells me to stop bugging him. He's retired now and just wants to relax. Okay, great. Everybody likes the idea of taking a month off of work and doing nothing. I get that. But staying happy and healthy involves getting off the couch occasionally and having ambition. So be careful about this, and know that you guys have to have some form of a common vision, because we're pushing closer and closer to 50% of people in that early retirement age that are in divorce. So please think about this. So I'm going to give you a few little areas to talk about with your spouse, and this is really more of a conversation opener to start aligning visions and understanding that you may need time apart too. Maybe separate vacations are okay, but if you don't openly talk about it, you're never going to know. So first thing, the grander vision of things, the retirement vision. What does retirement look like for you? How do you envision your daily routine? So not only the grander vision, but even down to, how are you going to fill your day? Because that causes anxiety. Well, I don't know. I don't have any hobbies. I don't have anything to do. So think about this and talk about this and what it is that you're going to do. What do you imagine your spouse or partner doing in retirement? Meaning, you got to think about it for yourself, but you got to figure out, what do you think they're going to do? Because if they think completely the opposite, then you end up going into retirement and you are on completely separate pages. So be careful about that. What are the key areas you are going to focus on together? Okay, so the first part was yourself, daily routine. The second part was, what do you think your spouse is going to do with their daily routine? And then what about together? What are the things you're going to do together? How does your financial situation align with both of what you want to do in retirement? Okay, so understanding your finances, understanding your budget. And I'm not big on adults, tracking every penny. You should be responsible enough with money to, at that point in your life, to be able to keep a looser budget, somewhere between here and here type thing. We don't have to count every penny. And does it align? What's the idea of a vacation? Maybe one of yours idea on vacation is a travel trailer, going for a weekend in a national park, whereas the other one wants the full-on European vacation and wants 5 of them a year. So we got to make sure we're in alignment on these things. Next part, time management, thinking about your time. Hone in on some details. What do you think a typical retirement week will look like? Okay. Think through that. My dad has his routine. He golfs 2-3 days a week. He's kind of got this, he works on the HOA for his, where he lives, 1 day a week type thing. How much future planning do each other want to do? I mean, do you want to plan a week ahead, a month ahead, a year ahead, 2 years ahead? My dad's already lined up the trip for next year, and so they're always looking at what they're going to do a year in advance. What does being productive mean in retirement? Some people, their priority is the grandkids, and so I'm going to be babysitting every week, and I'm going to be involved in driving them to and from school. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing that. So think through these things. Open up the conversations. Now, the other part about time apart versus time together. Sometimes you got to tiptoe and dance around this question, but the reality is some people need to spend time away. Sometimes it becomes a necessity. The heart grows fonder the further you are away from me. So think about the activities that you'll be doing that are apart and together, the vacations, the hobbies. It's okay to have these conversations. There's nothing wrong with having alone time occasionally. Goals. Okay. When you're no longer working, what happens to your purpose in life? And this is one of the struggles that I've seen, especially in type A personalities that were go, 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 go all their life. They go into retirement and they're like, oh, what do I do with myself? And then they start managing their spouse. And boy, does that get annoying. Your spouse is not an employee, but you don't have anybody else to run their lives anymore. So think through this. What's on your combined bucket list? Each of you should have a bucket list, and then start talking about things that you want to do that are in common in terms of retirement checklists. What would you like to do or accomplish in the next 2 to 4 years, alone or together? So again, kind of really looking at your priorities. Maybe the grandkids are your priority. Maybe vacations are your priority. Everybody's going to have different priorities and find different enjoyment. And you may not know all of it yet. You haven't discovered that side of yourself yet. But at least having some ideas to get you started in retirement is really important. What's one big objective you want to get done in the next year? You should be heading into retirement with stuff like this. And then you start looking beyond. You get into this new routine of life, a new purpose of life. Work gave us our purpose in a lot of people's cases, and that's why it takes some thought in transitioning into retirement. You have to have a new purpose, and that becomes really important for a happy retirement. So these are great things to think about. It's very important that couples open up and talk to each other and dream about their future retirement together, because it is a bit of an eye opener when people head off into retirement without talking to each other about it, getting on the same page about it, being okay talking about things like alone time and activities you're going to do outside of the house. Are you gone every day of the week? That might be too much. Things like that. We got to be okay communicating with each other. All right. I hope that helps. I truly do, because divorce in late life sometimes may be a blessing, but it surely could be avoided if it was just because of different alignments in retirement. Very good conversations. And honestly, it's been a great tool to bring couples together. It really has that common objective of getting to retirement. It weirdly does help the finances of here and now as well. So if you're still in your working years and you struggle with the spending of each other, having that common retirement goal helps people rein in spending and realize what their bigger priority is. So that's something that may help quite a bit even in your working years. Always happy to help out. Yourinvestmentcounselor.com. I love the counseling side of this. That's why we've opened up the hourly appointments for this. I'm always happy to work with couples. It's one of the things that I've enjoyed most, and why I don't know that I ever will retire. And we talk openly about that. Because if I can continue to do what I enjoy to do, which is educating and counseling and help guiding people in terms of especially that transition into retirement, I will keep doing this. I love doing it over Zoom with people of all different walks of life. So yourinvestmentcounselor.com, give us a call, and also be on the lookout for our full classes. We've got our full schedule for 2024 up at ftfeaz.org. That is a nonprofit organization that we run here in Arizona. We do full classes and they're available over Zoom, so you can watch them wherever you are in the world. All right, everybody, if you like the video, hit like. This is one of my first counseling videos, marriage counseling videos. So let me know, like it, subscribe to the channel, share it with friends, and we will see you next week.